Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. OK, let's dive deep into the exploit prediction scoring system, epss. This tutorial will cover the following. 1. Introduction to epss, the why and what. Asterisk what is epss? Asterisk why is epss needed? Asterisk how is epss different from cvss? Asterisk how epss works, model overview. Asterisk epss outputs, probability and percentile. 2. Understanding the epss data. Asterisk data sources for epss training. Asterisk structure of the epss CSV file. Asterisk accessing and downloading epss data. 3. Using epss data for security prioritization. Asterisk prioritizing vulnerability remediation. Asterisk integrating epss with vulnerability management tools. Asterisk automating epss-based risk assessment. 4. Python code examples, working with epss data. Asterisk installing necessary libraries, pandas, requests. Asterisk downloading the epss CSV file. Asterisk loading the CSV file into a pandas dataframe. Asterisk searching for epss data by CVE-ID. Asterisk calculating risk scores using epss. Asterisk visualizing epss data. 5. Limitations and considerations. Asterisk data accuracy and timeliness. Asterisk model biases and calibration. Asterisk epss as a complement, not a replacement. 6. Advanced topics. Asterisk analyzing trends in epss data. Asterisk developing custom risk scoring models. Asterisk contributing to epss research. 7. Conclusion. 1. Introduction to epss, the why and what. Asterisk what is epss? The exploit prediction scoring system, epss, is a data-driven, open-source effort designed to estimate the likelihood that a software vulnerability will be exploited in the wild. It provides a probabilistic score, ranging from 0 to 1, or 0% to 100%, representing the probability of exploitation within a 30-day window. It also provides a percentile value to compare the relative risk of one vulnerability to another. Asterisk why is epss needed? Vulnerability overload is a major challenge in cybersecurity. Organizations often face thousands of vulnerabilities identified by vulnerability scanners, security assessments, or bug bounty programs. Patching and remediating all vulnerabilities immediately is practically impossible. Security teams need a way to prioritize their efforts and focus on the most critical threats. CVSS is a good starting point, but lacks information about the real-world exploitability. epss aims to provide that missing link. Asterisk how is epss different from CVSS? CVSS, Common Vulnerability Scoring System, provides a standardized way to assess the severity of a vulnerability based on its technical characteristics, such as attack vector, attack complexity, privileges required, user interaction, scope, confidentiality impact, integrity impact, and availability impact. CVSS provides a static score, and does not change over time, unless the vulnerability is modified. epss, on the other hand, focuses on the likelihood of exploitation. It considers factors such as exploit availability, exploit activity, observed attacks, and other real-world intelligence. epss is dynamic, and its score can change over time based on new data and observations. Here's a table summarizing the key differences. Feature CVSS epss. dash 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 dash. Focus vulnerability severity, technical impact, exploit likelihood, real-world risk. Nature static, based on technical characteristics, dynamic, based on exploit intelligence. Score range 0 to 10, 0 to 1, probability, /0 to 100 percentile. Data sources technical specifications of the vulnerability exploit data, threat intelligence, etc. Prioritization severity-based risk-based, likelihood of exploitation. Asterisk how epss works, model overview. epss uses a machine learning model trained on a vast dataset of vulnerability information and exploit data. The model ingests features such as asterisk vulnerability details asterisk CVE description, affected software, etc. Asterisk exploit availability asterisk whether an exploit is publicly available, example on exploit.db, metasploit. Asterisk exploit activity asterisk evidence of exploitation in the wild, example from threat intelligence feeds, honeypot data. Asterisk bug bounty information asterisk bounties paid for exploit details. Asterisk social media and news mentions asterisk discussions about exploits. The model learns the relationships between these features and the actual exploitation of vulnerabilities. It then uses these relationships to predict the probability of exploitation for new and existing vulnerabilities. Asterisk epss outputs, probability and percentile. epss provides two key outputs. Asterisk probability asterisk a decimal value between 0 and 1, inclusive. It represents the estimated probability that the vulnerability will be exploited within the next 30 days. A probability of 0.1 means a 10% chance of exploitation. Asterisk percentile asterisk a value between 0 and 1, inclusive, that represents the percentage of vulnerabilities with a lower probability of exploitation. For example, a percentile of 0.95 means that this vulnerability is more likely to be exploited than 95% of all other vulnerabilities scored by epss. 2. Understanding the epss data. Asterisk data sources for epss training. The epss model is trained on a wide variety of data sources. While the exact details of all data sources are proprietary, it is known that the project relies on asterisk publicly available vulnerability databases, example NVD, National Vulnerability Database. Asterisk exploit databases, example exploit.db, metasploit. Asterisk threat intelligence feeds, commercial and open source. Asterisk bug bounty program data. Asterisk security news and blogs. Asterisk social media discussions. Asterisk structure of the epss CSV file. epss data is distributed as a CSV, separated values, file. The file contains the following columns. Asterisk CVE, the CVE, common vulnerabilities and exposures, identifier for the vulnerability, example CVE 2023-4863. Asterisk epps, the epss probability score, a float between 0 and 1. Asterisk percentile, the epss percentile, a float between 0 and 1. Asterisk accessing and downloading epss data. You can download the latest epss data from the FIRST, Forum of Incident Response and Security Teams, website. Asterisk epss website asterisk https://www.first.org/epps/ https://www.first.org/epss. You can also directly download the CSV file using a URL that is updated regularly. To get the current URL, check the first website or use a tool like curl or UGIT to inspect the HTML source code. It typically follows a pattern like https://epps.scientia.com/epps_data/epps_yyyymmdd.csv, where yyyymmdd is the date the data was generated. The file name changes daily, so you'll need to programmatically determine the latest file name. 3. Using epss data for security prioritization. Prioritizing vulnerability remediation. EPSS is most effectively used in conjunction with CVSS. Here's a common prioritization strategy. 1. Filter for high-severity CVSS scores. Start by filtering vulnerabilities based on their CVSS score, example CVSS v3.x score of 7.0 or higher. This narrows down the initial list to the most technically impactful vulnerabilities. 2. Apply EPSS to prioritize within high severity. Within the high severity group, use the EPSS score to prioritize vulnerabilities that are most likely to be exploited in the wild. For example, prioritize vulnerabilities with an EPSS probability above a certain threshold, example 0.2, or those within the top percentile, example top 10%. This focuses remediation efforts on the vulnerabilities that pose the greatest immediate risk. 3. Consider business impact. Always factor in the business impact of the affected systems and data. A vulnerability with a high CVSS score and a moderate EPSS score on a critical system might take precedence over a vulnerability with a higher EPSS score on a less important system. 4. Remediate * patch, apply workarounds, or implement compensating controls for the highest priority vulnerabilities. 5. Repeat * continuously scan for new vulnerabilities and update the EPSS scores to maintain an accurate risk profile. * Integrating EPSS with vulnerability management tools. Many vulnerability management tools, example Qualys, Rapid7, Tenable, now offer built-in integration with EPSS. This allows you to automatically enrich vulnerability data with EPSS scores, making it easier to prioritize remediation efforts. Refer to the documentation for your vulnerability management tool for instructions on enabling EPSS integration. The integration typically involves configuring the tool to periodically download the latest EPSS data and correlate it with vulnerability findings. Automating epss-based risk assessment. You can automate the process of epss-based risk assessment using scripts or custom tools. This involves 1. Downloading the EPSS data. 2. Querying a vulnerability management tool, or a database containing vulnerability data, to retrieve a list of vulnerabilities. 3. Matching CVE-IDs from the vulnerability data with the EPSS data. 4. Calculating a risk score based on CVSS, EPSS, and potentially other factors, example asset criticality. 5. Generating reports or dashboards to visualize the risk profile. 4. Python code examples, working with EPSS data. Installing necessary libraries. First, install the necessary Python libraries. Downloading the EPSS CSV file. Loading the CSV file into a pandas dataframe. This is already done in the get_epps_data function above. The result is a pandas dataframe called epps_df. Searching for EPSS data by CVE ID. Calculating risk scores using EPSS, example. This is a simple example of combining CVSS and EPSS to create a risk score. You'll need to replace the placeholder CVSS values with actual CVSS data for your vulnerabilities. Visualizing EPSS data, example. This example shows how to create a simple histogram of epss probabilities. You'll need to install matplotlib. 5. Limitations and considerations. Data accuracy and timeliness. EPSS relies on data collected from various sources. The accuracy and timeliness of this data can vary. A vulnerability might be actively exploited before exploit details are publicly available, leading to a delayed increase in the EPSS score. Model biases and calibration. Like any machine learning model, EPSS can be subject to biases present in the training data. It's important to understand that the model is a probabilistic estimate and is not perfect. The EPSS team continuously works on improving the model's calibration and reducing biases. EPSS as a complement, not a replacement. EPSS should be used in conjunction with other risk assessment methods, such as CVSS, threat intelligence, and business impact analysis. It's a valuable tool for prioritization, but it's not a complete solution for vulnerability management. Do not rely solely on EPSS for making critical security decisions. 6. Advanced topics. Analyzing trends in EPSS data. You can analyze historical EPSS data to identify trends in exploit activity. For example, you could track the average EPSS score for different types of vulnerabilities over time or identify emerging threats based on rapid increases in EPSS scores. Developing custom risk scoring models. You can create custom risk scoring models that incorporate EPSS, CVSS, asset criticality, threat intelligence, and other relevant factors. This allows you to tailor the risk assessment process to your specific organizational needs. Contributing to EPSS research. The EPSS project is open source, and contributions are welcome. You can contribute by providing feedback on the model's performance. Sharing data and insights related to exploit activity. Developing new features or improvements for the model. Participating in discussions and contributing to the documentation. 7. Conclusion. The Exploit Prediction Scoring System, EPSS, is a valuable tool for prioritizing vulnerability remediation efforts. By providing a probabilistic estimate of exploit likelihood, EPSS helps security teams focus on the vulnerabilities that pose the greatest immediate risk. However, it's essential to understand the limitations of EPSS and use it in conjunction with other risk assessment methods. By incorporating EPSS into your vulnerability management program, you can significantly improve your organization's security posture and reduce the risk of exploitation. Remember to regularly update the EPSS data and adapt your risk assessment process as new threats emerge. Good luck.